Philip, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
I'm doing really good because it's kind of interesting. I'm learning more and more about how we can help our planet. And one way is through recycling. And again, the system's kind of like failing, but it's not when you really pay attention to what you need to do. Am I right?
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right, Brad. Unfortunately, recycling doesn't work the way people think it does. Unfortunately, it's kind of failing in many respects in this country. Not all the things that we put in our recycling bins end up actually being reused. Oftentimes, they end up in landfills or the ocean. Doesn't mean we shouldn't do it, but there's a lot of room for improvement to make the system work and fix it.
Yeah, and one way you guys are doing it is by paying attention to, and this is the real name, Zuzu, which is a hermit crab. Tell me about this.
Yeah. Zuzu is a hermit crab that uses plastic as its shell. I've actually seen this before, and he's the cornerstone of a movement, the Zuzu movement, that is building around the country to fix recycling, to make the system work the way it's intended to work. And it's really an adorable story of Zuzu. It's a short film. Join Zuzu.com. And then there's actually a petition as well that people can sign to help build this movement.
I like this. Let's talk about some of the things you're doing, especially your companies that have been helping to really save our planet in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, well, I'm the third generation of a family that's dedicated itself to the oceans. My grandfather, Jacques Cousteau, my father, Philippe Sr. It's a legacy of problem solving and exploration, and I've seen the plastic crisis with my own eyes all over the world, and all the documentaries and films and work that I've done from the Arctic all the way down to the Antarctic and everywhere in between. And that's why I teamed up with SC Johnson. They've been a tremendous supporter of my nonprofit, Earth Echo International, and also Conservation International. And as part of the Join Zuzu movement, where we are helping to build just that, a movement to help consumers and individuals with an easy, simple action that they can take to help fix the recycling system. That's signing a petition to send a message to Congress that we want extended producer responsibility legislation, EPR legislation, which actually means that producers, corporations of that plastic, have a responsibility for the life cycle of that product to ensure that it's recyclable, that municipalities and states step up to make a system that actually recycles it, and so that when consumers are doing their part, because 8 out of 10 Americans actively recycle every day, they know that it's actually going to be reused and not end up in a landfill. So the bad news is it's a big problem. The good news is solutions exist.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's so important, this movement, because as we just said, your family is known for discovering things in the sea and also helping our oceans. And I love, if you went back and watched your grandfather's shows and documentaries, you just see how he was trying to tell us already about what we don't see is going to hurt us. And that's when we talk about, recycling lands in the ocean that people don't realize.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes recycling does end up in the right place, but oftentimes it doesn't. So I still want people to recycle, but we also need to fix the system fundamentally. Because, as plastics breaks down, we're all reading the news headlines about microplastics and, nanoplastics in our brains and all the health impacts that has. So it's not just impacting the ocean or the environment, it's impacting us because we're part of that system. The good news is we know that things like EPR legislation works. Up in British Columbia, when they did EPR legislation, their recycling, the actual recycling, went from less than 10% to over 75%. Some states have EPR systems, but it's a patchwork, it's uneven, it doesn't provide a level playing field and consistent kind of predictability to companies, so they don't really know what to do. We need a federal approach that provides that predictability and that leverages this system to make recycling work for Americans.
I like it. Philip, this is an awesome campaign. Also, too, I love that you're using the hermit crab that, does a lot to survive out there, and this is really cool to do it. So where can people, again, find out more information and join the cause?
So go to Join Zuzu, Z-U-Z-U, joinzuzu.com. Right now on your phone, a simple moments to sign this petition. This is absolutely critical to build the momentum and the collective action that we need to solve this problem.
That's perfect. Philip, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, Brad. I appreciate it.